Let's do a way too early Vikings 53-man roster projections. Yes. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and the draft is done, free agency mostly done. Let's do a 53-man projection. See how wrong we can be.
Yeah, it's time to start looking at this roster, looking at the battles, who is going to come on top, and what's this 53 going to look like. And this is probably our first of probably a dozen of these before the season starts. But before we do talk about our 53-man roster projections, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids, and comment as well. We just surpassed 9,300 subscribers, and it felt so good.
Yes, it did. And this man you're looking at is Nick Muse. Will he make the final 53? Does one of us have him making it? I don't know. You got to stay tuned.
Yeah, you never can tell. Just want to poke that belly button. Boop.
Yeah, let us know comments where you think it'll end up differently, why we are morons. But let's start with the easy one, quarterback. And Lupagus and I each did our own, so you'll be able to see and follow along. So yeah, we're the same. We're the same.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like they're going to keep 3 this year, and we'll see. And maybe Jaron Hall will just fall flat in his face and be horrible, and they will cut him. But I think they want to have someone on the roster they can develop, and doesn't say anything about Jaron Hall's future or his ability. I just think they really want to have 3 quarterbacks, and they're going to groom this young guy.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Jaron Hall could make it on their practice squad. There's not teams out there just waiting for the Vikings. I mean, 12 quarterbacks went before this guy, so I won't be surprised either way. But I just threw him on there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to running backs. We're definitely a little bit different on the running back, and we both got Dalvin Cook getting traded, but you got him keeping 5. I got 4.
Yeah, you throw CJ Ham in there as the 5th, and this could change. Ty Chandler is no lock. I mean, even Kenny Ngwangu could be a surprise cut if one of these undrafted guys he murders as a amazing kick returner that they think they can, use instead of him. But yeah, I mean, this will change. But this is my initial projection. I kept it kind of vanilla.
Yeah, I got him actually booting Ty Chandler. I think Ty Chandler goes to the practice squad, see what they got there. But Nwangu is definitely the wild card. Does a Brandon Powell all of a sudden just take over the kick return duties? I mean, they got some options there that makes Mr. Nwangu expendable, but he's pretty damn good. He's damn good kick returner. Yeah, I'm not keeping him for his running back abilities, that's for sure.
No.
All right, one of the toughest ones for me was the wide receiver position. It was causing me anxiety. But I got him keeping 6. Last year they kept 5.
Yeah, I stuck with 5, and I guess my sneaky play was putting Brandon Powell over Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor wasn't great as a punt returner. He was horrible as a receiver. I think he gets cut. I don't see him making this team. I think Jalen Reagor, we took a chance on him. Thought maybe we could make him not a bust. He's a bust.
Yeah. I almost took Naylor off this list. I mean, I know everybody's excited about his limited amount they've seen out about him. I'm excited about the guy, but Powell, I think he can do a lot of things with. So I think he's got a very good chance to make a team. Reagor is the one where I was struggling on, and I mean him and Naylor are the same age. They're still only 24 years old. They gave up the draft capital. They clearly see something. He was horrible last year. Like 3 interceptions were his fault. I don't know. I think they got a soft spot for this guy, and they see something that they want to develop.
I don't know. I think that soft spot may be starting to get hard. I almost threw Blake Prohl on here.
Want to keep him?
What?
If it's getting hard, won't they want to keep him around?
No, it's not soft anymore. I don't have any soft, no feelings for him anymore. I almost got Blake Prohl too. I mean, this is a guy who just doesn't go away. He gets hurt. He's gone. I don't know. The fact that he's still in here says something about maybe the potential they think they have in Blake Prohl. So I almost threw him on there as a surprise one. But in the first projection, I'm keeping it pretty vanilla.
I mean, we could keep anything after our Osborne is fair game. So, and that includes everybody in the yellow down there.
What a graphic you made. Well done.
All right, let's go to tight end. Another one where we just don't see eye to eye on this one.
You actually had Nick Muse making the team. Wow.
That's why I put him there. Nick Muse. I mean, Hawkinson, Oliver were very top heavy at tight end. If Oliver wasn't on this team, Johnny Munt, I would have him on there. Oliver's a very good blocker. I just don't see where Johnny Munt fits in here. And if it's Johnny Munt or Nick Muse, you're flipping a coin. It's not like you're saving a bunch of money if you cut Johnny Munt by any means. Nick Muse, athletic guy who can also block himself. So Johnny Munt's like 29. I love Johnny Munt.
I kept him on there because it's Kevin O'Connell's boy. Johnny Munt is him and Kevin O'Connell. They're tight. They're buds. Came from the Rams days. I think that's why Munt makes it. But really, I mean, after the top two, it's not great options. It's not great pickings.
Do you actually know that they're pals though? I mean, just because they're on the Rams.
Who else would sign Johnny Munt if they didn't like each other?
I don't know, but they're gonna have a tough discussion. I would much rather them go with the Nick Muse and just see what they got in the guy. We know what we got in Johnny.
Yeah, we got a clutch
guy who
receiver.
couldn't catch a touchdown pass. That's who we got.
All right.
Well, he missed a horrible one, and it still burns my ass.
He did.
Offensive line. Pretty close.
Yeah, this is very close. I see you went with you kept 10, looks like, or 9.
Sir.
Yeah. It's the question gets to be on this one is when you get to that backup center, who are you going to keep? Is it going to be Schlottman? Are you going to go with Sokol? Are you going to keep Chris Reed around or Alan Ali? You kept 2. I mean, versatile guys there. Schlottman can play guard center. Ali can pretty much play anywhere. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be the question. I think that's the battle if Ali can look good enough to make this roster.
Yeah, Brandel can play multiple spots. Schlottman would be my probably backup guard along with Brandel. So, I mean, Ali is going to be a wild card. I think Chris Reed is gonzo, and really there's not much else.
No, and Vidarian Lowe is not a lock either. We should maybe make that known. But the fact that he was around, he did get in a couple games last year, gives him a leg up, but he still has to perform at a high level. But I think these other guys in the yellow here are practice squatters other than Chris Reed.
I'm still hoping that in free agency, like they're doing at cornerback, they're picking up these guys. I hope one of them is a guard, because when I was doing this, it's very clear that backup guard continues to be nasty ass.
It is nasty ass.
Defensive line. I got rid of the ginger snap. He's gone. It hurt.
I kept him, but either option wasn't making me real excited, to be honest with you. Yeah, look at some of these other ones who are in the yellow. I mean, Willicus, is he going to be considered an outside linebacker? Is he going to be put at end? I wasn't really sure where to put him because he's so versatile. Blacklock was horrible. Bullard, he's a good story. He made it as a June guy, but I don't know. I think he's expendable as well. James Lynch, I just pick somebody. Yeah.
Just pick somebody. I mean, Bullard started 7 games. It doesn't mean he's good by any means, but he's just got that. I mean, he's a guy that just is okay to have at the bottom of your depth chart where he gets in, he's going to play fine. Again, just like the offensive line at the end, it's just like, I really hope one of these guys, hope a Sheldon Day just comes in and just blows him away. A Calvin Avery, the big man, somebody just makes this easy, because this is ugly.
Yeah, I was going to say, look in the yellow there. Kelvin Avery is kind of a wild card. If he comes out and has a great camp and impresses, he could definitely crack this thing, take over that James Lynch role. But it's also, I mean, what is Brian Flores looking for here? Does he want these space eaters, these Tongos, these Roys, these Phillips? Or does he want someone who can penetrate and be a little quicker and get in the backfield? Ooh. We'll see what he prefers and which, as you keep more ends, keep more nose. We'll see how that thing goes, and really how he uses these guys will be interesting to see how the season progresses.
Linebacker. We got him trading Zadarius Smith, cutting Smith, whatever. Zadarius Smith ain't going to be here. But Lupagus keeping 2 undrafted free agents at linebackers.
Yeah.
Nuts.
No, I think with the contract they gave Andre Carter, I just don't think you can get him on the practice squad. Clearly, there must have been a market for him. That's why they gave him so much damn money. So he almost has to be on the 53 if you want to keep him and develop him, get him that strength that he needs to have, get him that extra muscle. I almost think he's just a default. And then Ivan Pace, I'm going to put Ivan Pace on there every single damn time. No way. I'm never not going to. Because, he's undersized, yes, but he's so damn fiery, so explosive. He's going to be a key special teamer. And I think he's also pissed off. And I love that. And I kept Troy Reeder because, the Rams connection gives you some veteran presence back there. And looking at Troy Dye being gone, I'm more than ready to move on from Troy Dye.
Yeah, Troy Reeder couldn't see the field for the Rams last year. Nobody wanted to sign him. I think he's just a back-end signing. Like, hey, maybe something happens here. Get a look at him. Andre Carter, I agree. I don't think he's a lock by any means. But yeah,
I was going to say Andre Carter. I wouldn't be surprised if he also has a mysterious injury and is placed on an IR at the end of camp.
Yeah, that tends to happen. Troy Dye, I think a guy that for some reason Kevin O'Connell has talked very highly about. He likes the guy. I think he's absolutely going to make the team. Ivan Pace, maybe he's a practice squatter. Maybe not.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's not forget. I mean, Huber Wilson, Bullplant, those are also guys who have some talent. Could be some wild cards, even though those other two undrafted linebackers get all the attention.
Well, and Villain too. I mean, he was on the team last year as an undrafted free agent, so we're not giving him as much love. I mean, I think he would make the team over an Ivan Pace, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Kwenku too. I mean, he was on the team as well, so a couple of guys there with some experience.
Cornerback was gross. Gross because there wasn't anything sneaky I could do. It just seemed pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, the question was the cornerback 6. Were you going to go with Joanne Williams, or are you going to go with one of these with a Tay Gowan, a Kalen Barnes, or one of these undrafted guys? And that to me was the discussion I had with myself, the internal struggle I battled with when I was thinking about that. It didn't take me long though. This is depth chart number 1. I went with the obvious option in Joanne Williams here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that obvious. I had John Reed on there. I had him keeping 7, and Reed would have been my next guy. But I think Williams, God, what is he? I think he's only 25. Is that what he is?
Something like that.
Just couldn't see the field, and that's why they're bringing him here. They want to see him out there, see what he can do. So, looking at this thing, look at how young those guys are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a young group. It's a scary group. But it's also a group just riddled with potential and upside here. So it's exciting.
Could be riddled with busness as well.
Well, it could be, yeah. It could be some really tough growing pains here.
Safety position, easy. We don't even need to talk about it. If anything, they could surprise us and keep 3. That would be the only surprise here.
Yeah, and I think it would be a surprise if we only kept 3 because Mattel's brings you so much on the special teams. So, yeah. Unless Cam Bynum's like a surprise, shocking cut or something.
All right, let's go to special teams. Jack Podlesny making a squad for the Onebar Vikings.
And I'm no Greg Joseph fan, but I was trying to do a write up on Jack Podlesny, and everything I was reading wasn't very positive on him. So I've soured on him pretty quick. I unless for some reason Joseph just has a horrible camp, I don't see him taking over that job from Joseph.
Yeah, I think he has a real good shot. I don't know what you don't like about Podlesny.
He doesn't have a strong leg. He's like 81% kicker in college. I mean,
here, I knew you might bring that out. Greg Joseph, 69% field goal kicker in college, long in college, the same as Podlesny. I don't get it. And Greg Joseph last year, 4 for 10 from 50 plus. I don't care if he can make it there. He's got to make it between the uprights.
Yeah, it's look at Podlesny. I think he made 153 was his most, and he was 0 for 4 beyond that in college.
4 for 6.
So it's just, I don't know. He just doesn't have a lot. I thought he had a big leg. He doesn't. He's not overly accurate. Could he be consistent? Could he win this job? Yeah, he's got to be one guy. And I'm not a Greg Joseph fan. I honestly would rather see if there's someone else out there to win this job. But I think this is Greg Joseph's hands down.
I just said he was more accurate than Joseph and had the same leg. So that's what I'm a Jack Podlesny guy. I'm going to stick up.
Greg Joseph's got much strong. He hit from 62, beat the Giants.
Jack Podlesny's longest field goal is the longest one he tried.
He's tried more than that.
Unless you've seen him in college kicking that thing, you can't say he doesn't have a leg. He's 4 for 6 from 50.
He's not known to have a booming leg. Read all the reviews on him. His one knock is he doesn't have a big, powerful leg.
4 for 6 from 50 says otherwise, baby.
50 isn't that far these days.
Yeah, exactly. And Greg Joseph was 4 for 10. Yuck.
Again, I'm not a Greg Joseph apologist. I do not see Podlesny beating him up.
Everybody's going to be rooting for Jack. Everybody's rooting for Jack because of his big leg and great accuracy.
I think the question is
69% in college. Yuck. How does this guy even have a job in the NFL?
Will Jack even make it to camp? I mean, Greg Burkick last year, I think he was cut after the first week. We'll see if Podlesny can proceed beyond that point.
All right. There's our 53. Pretty damn close, except for obviously the kicker, Jack. Hog of a leg. Let us know comments what you think about the 53. What would you have done differently?
Yeah. And again, this was a 53-man projection 1.0. There'll be plenty more to come. These are fun to do and fun to talk about and fun to discuss. And let us know what you think. Your top 53 at this point in the comments. And remember this, in Tangier, Virginia, there's a town where everyone still speaks like the American colonists did.